Would you want to move to an ash planet? Well, apparently that's where we're moving to with a very interesting crew, a very interesting story, and a very interesting planet. Chase Lehocky here with the Blue Futon reviewing Ash. So it's about pretty simple premise. You have a group of 6 individuals who are going to multiple planets throughout the solar system to figure out how Earth can survive or how humans can move to some of these different planets. However, the main character wakes up, a lot of people are dead around her, and the only one alive is Aaron Paul's character, and he's got to come down from orbit to see what the heck is going on in this space station. So did I like this film? I thought it was okay. Okay. Here's the thing. I felt like he wanted to make a prequel to Dead Space, which I have nothing wrong with that. I truly don't. But if it had the more of the budget and the more of the snap factor, I think it could truly work. Because here's the thing: when watching the trailer and you see the poster and they're splitting heads, and the trailer, like I said, there's like these weird like melting faces. You're like, oh, we're about to get something. We're about to get something freaking crazy. And actually, it's more of a tamed movie than I thought. Yes, the look of the movie, how being it's a low budget, having some bright colors, some interesting cinematography, some interesting post-production, like green screen, it actually works really well when comparing to, like, I don't know, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire or some of these Marvel movies that we just saw, like Captain America. The green screen in this one was better, and you're just like, wow, who would have thunk that a production budget of maybe $5 million could look better than, the last half of Captain America, the last one, what is this last, Brave New World. Wow, how did I already forget the title of that movie? That is not good. So anyway, when we talk about the look, like I said, I like the look, I like the aesthetic, I like the feel of the movie. I like the last 30 minutes of this film, or maybe the last 15 minutes, where it truly goes like Dead Space territory, where it's like, yes, that is what I wanted for this movie. I got the gore that I expected from the trailer, and I just got the overall funness of the oh shit factor, and that's what it really goes to. There was 4 people in this movie theater. 2 of them walked out, and they walked out about the 45-minute mark or the 30-minute mark, because I think they were getting bored with this movie. And I could see why people can get bored with this movie, because it truly is a whodunit, what happened in the past, and you are getting it from a point of view from 2 people, and that's about it. And that's what it kind of sucks also, because it is only an hour and a half movie, so it doesn't really overstay its welcome, but you do feel the runtime, as well as some of the side characters. You just don't get to know them. Yes, you get to know the guy that was in the raid, which you're like, he's the captain of the ship, and you're just like, he should have more time in this movie, but he doesn't. Kevin should have more time, doesn't. Clark gets more time, but doesn't. So you're just kind of getting the point where the characters, the side characters, are really not that prominent, and you do wish you kind of get to know more about them. Kind of like an Alien, where you get to know the crew and you get to know all of them, like what they're supposed to do. However, this is more of she wakes up, everyone's dead, so it's told in a past form of like what actually occurred on this ship. And like I said, getting to the third act does take some patience. And like I said, with the patience, people walked out. I never walked out of a movie theater, but there were some times in this movie where I'm like, okay, where's this trying to go? Where's this trying to go? And the guy next to me, I mean, he wasn't going to walk out either, but we were sticking it to the end. And I'm glad I did, because the third act really does work in this film. And I think that's the biggest fault and negative, is the first 2 acts. You might be intrigued in this movie, but you're like, where are we actually trying to go? Yes, the aesthetics are good. Yes, the acting is fine for some and overacting for others. Yes, you're kind of intrigued about what is this parasite? What are these, tunnels in the earth? You're just like, okay, what is actually occurring? But then when the third act comes, you're like, oh shit, this is awesome. Dead Space-esque. Totally see it. And you wanted more of that. And I think that's, like I said, the pros and cons is when you get there, you enjoy the third act, but you're like, I want more of that. And I only got like 10 or 15 minutes, and that's a freaking bummer. But I think Ash is a fine, competently well-made film. Maybe this will spark some interest, like, hey, let's truly make a Dead Space movie. Yes, because we have a remake of Dead Space. We had Callisto Protocol, which is different, but I personally did like Callisto Protocol, and I kind of felt that, the energy in this movie, but for only the last 15 minutes. So Ash will receive a 3 out of 5 with futons, which equals at 60%. So let's see the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have critics a 78% with 68 of them, audience score of 58% with over 100. Critic consensus, there is 0 critic consensus. So that's kind of a bummer. I was kind of wondering what people would have thought. Anywho, to Magoo, 58, 78, 60. Chase out here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One more thing's moved to Autopia. You moved to Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I can watch the tomorrow week for a month. And here for every single freak one of you. And I'm sorry for the jump cuts and coughing. Something is stuck like right here. And my smell is awful right now. I suck today.